India fails to report 3.4 million COVID cases.
Here's a summary of the article.
From 100% PCR tests at the very start of the pandemic, India is now down to less than 60% PCR tests, while antigen tests have risen sharply from a negligible number to now almost 5.5 crores, which accounts for over 40% of total tests. Under-reporting of COVID cases. States with a high level of antigen testing are likely to miss a large number of positive cases. India has not reported 3.4 million COVID cases because of the deliberate increase in the use of the unreliable antigen tests. The official number of COVID cases in any state depends of course on the population of each state, how badly COVID has spread in the state, all tempered by the extent of antigen testing in that state. Tamil Nadu stands out far above the rest of India. It is the only state to have conducted over 1 crore PCR tests, also reflecting the highest number of tests per head of population with nearly 1,400 tests per 10,000 of its citizens. Overall, India is not using PCR tests enough. Only 550 of every 10,000 citizens of India are being tested using PCR. States ranked by genuine testing level slowest to highest number of PCR tests by population. Once we know what percentage of tests are PCR versus antigen, a standard mathematical formula is used to convert the combined positivity rate into how many cases would be reported if only PCR tests were used.
This post received a score of 19,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Anybody who has been to India and seen the more remote areas outside of the glamorous cities should not be surprised by this at all. 3.4 million cases unreported. I highly doubt it's that low.
So you're saying we might not be number one?
Greater than deliberate. This is the part that is frustrating. The author of the article asserts that these states used antigen tests deliberately to fudge numbers while offering up no evidence to back up that claim.
My first thought was, that's an interesting way to report intentionally covering up 3.4 million cases.
Official reports are of those confirmed with COVID. I'm guessing many of those who have died haven't been tested.
Given the dense living conditions in much of the country and judging from the behavior in videos, I would be shocked if it's not much higher. It's still more rural than urban, which helps limit the spread, but the urban areas are crazy dense. I have since the videos of the violence used to enforce lockdowns, but I'm not sure if it's still happening.
No, the violence is not happening anymore. The rural and urban area don't matter much now. Ever since the lockdown restrictions were relaxed, many people who were stuck away from families started to travel from urban to rural parts. This population diffusion dramatically increased cases in rural communities contributed by the Diwali festival. The behavioral aspect people regarding COVID has gone from "it will kill me or my loved ones" to either "COVID will kill me" or unemployment due to lockdown.
Pandemic fatigue. People have reached a saturation level. At this point, it almost feels like isolating yourself is not worth it due to all the issues it poses.
I've heard of many older people here in the US saying, "I'd rather die from COVID than not see my family for what could be my last holiday." I can't imagine it's any better in other countries. So damn sad.
The painful truth is that they can't be blamed. I have not seen anybody outside my family in almost a year. I have lost one crucial year of my college. It's depressing for me, so I can empathize.
Same here, haven't seen the folks in a year. But, I've adopted the attitude that with any luck, this thing will become negated by next fall. By the summer, the outlook will be bright. It's only a year. In the grand scheme of things, that's so very little. Missing out on your college days must be tough, but you'll make it up in time. Hang in there, everyone.
That's to be expected. The real question is how many COVID deaths go unreported. According to the NYT, about 91,000 COVID deaths went unreported in the US. It's likely to be a lot more in India.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.